How does heat move through a metal plate? How do we break down sound into pure tones? And how can we understand complex signals from weather patterns to modern-day data compression? One man found the key, Jean Baptiste Joseph Fourier. Born in 1768 in Auxerre, France, Fourier was not destined for greatness, at least, not at first. Orphaned at the age of 9, he was raised by the church and expected to become a priest. But Fourier had different ambitions. He was drawn to mathematics, fascinated by the secrets numbers could reveal. Fourier's life took a dramatic turn when the French Revolution began. He became deeply involved, working for the revolutionary government and even risking imprisonment during the Reign of Terror. But it was after the revolution, during Napoleon's rise to power, that Fourier's true genius would emerge. In 1798, Fourier joined Napoleon's expedition to Egypt, a campaign that would change both history and science. As a scholar, he studied the heat of the desert, the ruins of ancient civilizations, and the mathematics behind their architecture. This journey sparked ideas that would later reshape the world of physics and engineering. Back in France, Fourier turned his focus to a deceptively simple question: how does heat flow through materials? His research led him to a groundbreaking discovery: the heat equation, a mathematical formula describing the diffusion of heat over time. But it was his method for solving this equation that changed everything. He found that any complex pattern of heat flow could be broken down into a series of simple wave-like components. This technique, now known as Fourier analysis, was revolutionary. What does this mean? Imagine breaking down any sound, any image, or any pattern into pure, fundamental waves. That's the power of Fourier's insight. He showed that even the most complex signals could be understood as combinations of simple sine and cosine waves. But not everyone was convinced. When Fourier presented his ideas to the Academy of Sciences in 1807, he faced fierce opposition. Some believed his approach was too unconventional. Even legendary mathematicians like Lagrange and Laplace were skeptical. Despite the criticism, Fourier refused to back down. He spent years perfecting his work, eventually publishing The Analytical Theory of Heat in 1822, one of the most influential mathematical texts in history. Today, Fourier's discoveries are everywhere. His mathematical waves power everything from music compression to medical imaging to the analysis of climate change. Engineers use Fourier transforms to process signals, astronomers use them to study light from distant stars, and physicists rely on them to understand quantum mechanics. At the heart of Fourier's work lies one of the most powerful tools in mathematics, the Fourier transform. It allows us to take a messy, complicated signal and reveal its hidden structure. It's a mathematical X-ray, showing us what's beneath the surface. This technique has changed how we process sound, images, and even the vast amounts of data that define our modern world. Fourier wasn't just a mathematician, he was one of the first scientists to think about the Earth's climate. In 1824, he proposed that the atmosphere acts like an insulating blanket, trapping heat from the sun. This idea, now known as the greenhouse effect, was the foundation of modern climate science. His work set the stage for everything we know today about global warming and climate change. Fourier wasn't just solving mathematical puzzles, he was unlocking the language of the universe. He showed us that everything around us, from heat to sound to light itself, can be understood through the lens of waves. Fourier saw patterns where others saw chaos. He transformed the way we analyze the world, and his legacy continues to shape science and technology every single day. The world moves in waves, and thanks to Fourier, we finally understand them.